Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
B. West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, Fort Pierce.
Singing, dancing, joking, Bob Hope does it all.
WTLV 12, Jacksonville. Thanks to you, the First Coast's fastest growing television news. This is Good Morning Jacksonville.
From Hollywood, The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson.
Last year we went to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
They invited us, and this year they invited us to, on the Royal Viking Sun, this brand new ship that came down, and also on Williams Island, another place. We had such great times last year and great success, you know, that we said, let's go.
What'd you do, go on a cruise ship? Is that what it is?
Yeah, beautiful cruise ship.
Now, you've got Dolly...
12 floors on this cruise ship. Do you believe this?
On one ship?
One ship. 12 floors. It's the biggest thing I've ever seen.
So?
God, it looks like a Rodeo Drive with a rudder. I've never seen it.
From NBC News, this is Today.
Bob Hope's Christmas special hits NBC Monday night, and our man in Hollywood, Jim Brown, says this year's show has a decidedly sporty look to it.
Alf will return next Monday. Now stay tuned for Bob Hope's Jolly Christmas special for the whole family. From the cruise ship, the Royal Viking Sun. And from Williams Island, the Florida Riviera, we bring you Bob Hope's Jolly Christmas Show.
This is the 6:30 edition of News 8.
Special arrival to San Diego waters today. The world's most luxurious cruise ship stopped for a one-time visit in San Diego for 1989. No telling when this elegant ship will be passing this way again, but the 38-ton Royal Viking Sun should have every amenity one could ever want or need.
San Diego's news leader. 10 News at 5.
Up next, Jeff White's on location. He's on board one of the most luxurious luxury liners on the high seas.
From KNSD, this is News San Diego.
One of the most luxurious of the luxury cruise ships is docked in San Diego right now for the very first time. The Royal Viking Sun is on its maiden voyage, and it got a whiz-bang welcome from San Diego as part of the city's plan to get more cruise business into port. Our Kathy Clark is coming straight to you live from aboard that ship. Can't wait to see it, Kath.
Well, it is a beautiful ship. We're on the upper deck, so you can kind of get some idea of how the people who have the cash to come aboard spend their days when they're on the Royal Viking Sun. This is the pool area and the deck area and the sort of outdoor bar area where people sit when the weather is nice.
Now, Dave and Pat.
Good evening, everyone. Dave Hood's off on vacation tonight in Hawaii, I think. Lucky dog.
And now, the Coffee Prime Time News at 8.
Those who enjoy sailing the high seas in high style should know that San Francisco is now home port to a cruise ship that is billed as the most luxurious afloat. The brand new Royal Viking Sun arrived in San Francisco today. The 38,000-ton vessel built in Norway for the Royal Viking Line will leave on Sunday on its maiden voyage, a 100-day tour of the great ports of the world.
And finally tonight, San Francisco's Pier 39 was the site of a christening by two rather famous godparents. The Royal Viking Sun cruise ship received its ceremonial champagne bash from Mr. and Mrs. Jimmy Stewart.
Here's news now of a big ship ahoy and 5 bundles of joy. Royal Viking Cruise Lines pulled its newest cruise ship into San Francisco's port today. The Royal Viking left Finland last November and will spend this year cruising the world. Fares for a 100-day cruise that leaves San Francisco on Sunday start at $25,000.
You're watching Channel 7 News.
There's nothing like a good vacation to rejuvenate the spirit. Well, our options have been raised another notch with the christening of a luxury cruise ship in the San Francisco Bay. Channel 7's veteran cruiser, Ed Leslie, observed the ceremonies.
You're watching KCRA TV, where the news comes first.
You'll need quite a bit of money to take a trip on the newest cruise ship around. Actor James Stewart and his wife Gloria christened the new Royal Viking Sun ship during an opulent ceremony in San Francisco Bay today. The first cruise for the luxury liner will last 100 days, touching 6 continents and 20 nations. The cost, as much as $500 a night. San Francisco's Mayor Art Agnos, who just spent a night in a homeless shelter, welcomed the cruise ship and hoped there would be many more visits back to the city.
Welcome back to CBS This Morning. I'm Kathleen Sullivan.
And I'm Harry Smith. Good morning, everybody.
Pat George, you went on a maiden voyage, I understand.
I did go on a maiden voyage, and it was quite an experience.
May you have fortune and happiness on all 7 oceans.
Cruising is big business. The Royal Viking Sun is the first cruise ship to be christened this year, and at least 6 more ships are scheduled to follow.
Bring this sort of to the attention of millions of people and do wonderful things for the cruise business all over the world.
And what do you get if you pay more?
What you get is better food, better service, a bigger cabin, more specific care. It's a question of the level of service. It's whether you drive a little Volkswagen or whether you drive a Mercedes. You have the choice, and you can do it the same on a cruise ship.
It is truly, truly a family trip where everybody can go their own way.
The people are what I like best, and just traveling and seeing the world.
It's complete relaxation, and you can do whatever you want to do.
The newest luxury liner on the sea is the Royal Viking Sun. Weighing in at 38,000 tons, it carries only 740 passengers, making it one of the most spacious cruise ships ever built. Like many other new cruise ships, it features a state-of-the-art health club and spa at sea, and non-stop food. For a surcharge of $45 per person, passengers enjoy gourmet dining in the Royal Grill, run by world-renowned French chef Paul Bocuse. Shipboard boutiques sell everything from toothpaste to fur coats. The sports lover can play on the first shipboard croquet course or simulated golf course. The ultimate in stateroom luxury is found in the owner's suite. Living room, dining room, marble and gold bathroom, and a whirlpool tub overlooking the sea. The price for 2 weeks? $25,000. Other 2-week packages range from $3,000 to $11,000. Cruising can be habit-forming. 70% of all cruise passengers are repeat travelers.
I've been on 27 cruises alone.
The 20th cruise this year.
It's between 8 and 10, I can't remember.
They always come back.
Are you going to make this an annual event coming to South Florida to paper special?
It all depends on the offers we get. From here, we're about to go to the Canard line, you can't tell.
He's just the sweetest thing in the world, and I've always been a big fan, and this was like a great honor for me to get to be here with him. And he's a professional all the way, and he's a lot of fun, and he's sweet, and he lets the person go first class.
What you see on camera is often beautiful and glamorous. What you see behind the camera is work.
Over to the other side or something like that. Where's your other cue card? But have a silk standing by. Slow down! Slow down!
At locations throughout the Royal Viking cruise ship, the production team shoots and reshoots every scene for this year's Bob Hope Christmas special.
I have time. Yeah, the audience will cooperate with us and even laugh harder to places that they laughed before.
Don't beg. Don't beg, right.
It's not all fun and games out here. There's a lot of hard work going on behind the scenes. A total of about 70 people are working on this Christmas special. These guys are putting in 14 to 16-hour days.
The biggest thing ever happened to me is to have Dolly Parton on my ship.
Why is that?
Do I have to explain that to you?
Quaint like this.
I love Christmas.
Now you folks know the truth. Rudolph likes the way each year, but I'm the one that turns him on.
You want to argue with my stomach?
I'll never argue with anything that outweighs me.
You first know that you could run fast.
Oh, I was about 7 or 8. When the boys chased me, none of them could catch me.
Not bad.
Not good either. I started to like boys, so I learned to run slower.
Smart little girl.
Later on, because of my speed, I almost didn't land my husband.
How come?
His mother always told him to keep away from fast women.
Go ahead. Here, darling.
What?
We get to bed.
Okay.
What's happening?
We're both too horny.
Maybe I'll move somewhere. Maybe I'll get a car. Maybe I'll drive so far that I'll lose track. Me, I'll bounce right back.
$135 million. Majestic by day. Beautiful by night. But if you think it's lovely from the outside, just look at the inside. From the main ballroom to the shopping mall, it is lush.
I think if you go around the ship, you'll see more teak and you'll see more brass and you'll see more fine appointments, leather, etc., that make this ship a real quality vessel.
And when the ship gets outside the 3-mile limit, this is where the action is. We've got roulette, they've got plenty of blackjack, all kinds of slot machines. Unfortunately, they locked up the chips. And the casino decor is appropriate for going into the red. There are 7 bars on the ship with customers who think it is
fantastic. It's, you know, the ship is everything, just everything. It should bring happiness to everyone, anyone who is here on the ship.
The glass elevator is a nice way to get around the ship, especially when it leads to the dining room. The 465 crew members from 27 countries serve 740 passengers. The cheapest accommodations for the round-the-world cruise are $25,000. The penthouses are $114,000. That's just one. Double those numbers if you take a friend.
It's not where you start, it's where you finish. It's not how you go, it's how you land. You know, we're coming to the end of the hour, and just on the other side of Christmas, we're coming to the end of the year. Let's all resolve to help make 1989 a super year and to come to the rescue of those less fortunate among us, the needy, the handicapped, the homeless. Now I want to wish you the most joyful of Christmases and a new year that will give you many more memories to be thankful for. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.